everybody, it's Jean, and I'm here to work in my color journal. The pages are all themed in different colors, and I just did a video from the harvesting that I just did, and I did brown pages, and it came out so cute, except for the video that I did was just completely all glare. So I really don't know what to do about it other than just turn my lamp off and go with the existing light in the daytime. I don't know what I will do at night, but anyway, I'm trying this, and we'll see how it goes. We do have some. There's the brown page. That's the one that I did, and I liked how it turned out. And you can see that it has all the little things that I picked out. Everything on this page was done from the harvesting in the last video. So that was kind of fun, and I really enjoyed it, but I was very disappointed that the video didn't come out. And of course, when I do videos, I'm looking back. I decided to work on the black and white pages, and I was looking back to see how far back I had done a black and white page. I don't like to do the same page too close together, but it seemed like it was far enough back there that I could go ahead and use the black and white pages. It seemed like a good idea because of the brown and then the black and white, and then I'll start off again with the brighter colors of the spectrum, like yellow, and then move into maybe an orange, and then a pink, and then a purple. I don't know. It's just my whim, what color pages I'll do. It's mostly just what I feel like working out. But anyway, so we're going to do the black and white pages here. And I decided to do a voiceover just because when I'm working, there's these long pauses while I'm thinking, or I get involved and I forget to talk, or I don't know what to say, or or something. But when I'm just sitting here talking to you, it's usually not too much of a problem. So anyway, what I decided, first of all, was to use the bottoms and match it so it goes all the way across the bottom of the page, my first ones. So we'll start off with the bottom of the page and just start gluing there. And one section is upside down just because we're working with the top and the bottom of the page. So we can work around that because we'll just cover up anything that shows that it's upside down or right side up. So out with my trusty glue gun, but shortly, in just a minute, I will remember that I need to use another magazine to glue on so that I don't make such a big mess. So I'll hunt for that magazine in a minute, and that will stop everything. And I do see that I didn't trim some of the excess, and I like to keep the pages neater in this kind of a journal. Usually when I'm just doing another kind of a junk journal where I have all kinds of different things on the pages, I don't mind overlapping the pages. But on this kind of a glue book journal where it's just magazine pages or just papers and pictures, I like to keep the pages neat. Now, don't ask me why. It's just crazy. I just have that weird thing. Now, I do like to overlap on the fold of the book there, just because I think it gives it a little bit of extra strength. So I never mind gluing right over that fold. It used to be that I would glue all the way to one side and all the way to the other and try and hide the fold with masking tape, not masking tape, washi tape. But now I just slap it on there, and I have really felt that it makes it strengthens it. It makes it a lot stronger. Now I really like this border, and I like all the elements to this page. It as soon as I saw it, I thought I would have a lot of fun using that. So yeah, I'm just kind of wading in here with this. I don't like to plan it out ahead of time. I don't like to lay out I've done it, and I've done it successfully and felt like that was the best thing to do at times. But mostly, when I'm just gluing in my glue book to relax and just enjoy and kind of veg out and feel the glue and the pressing of the paper and the patterns emerging, I don't like to plan anything. I like to just put things on where it looks best, wherever the page is at that point. So sometimes that's an issue. Sometimes I have to peel back if I can. I think I did. I think I did on this somewhere. Did I miss it? When I'm doing a voiceover, it blocks out the bottom part of my screen, so I might have already done that. And that's what happens. I do have to pull back, and sometimes things tear and all that. Now, this piece right here is just going to cover that right up. That extra little problem area. We'll just call it that. We'll just call it a problem area. So now I'm just going to play around, and there we go. Now I am setting that up a little bit. I'm not sure I really want that there. And I've found these little raccoons, and I have decided that's what I want to play with next. And I like the little phrase there, which for the life of me right now, and I should have this page in front of me, I don't remember what that says, something about nature. And it is a quote I thought about using. I vacillated with that in another one. And anyway, that's going to be saved for the next, or for another page, I guess I should say. And I decided not to leave the white, even though this is a black and white page. I decided not to leave all that white. I'm cutting these guys out, and we'll use them as not as individuals, but more as a what would you call it? More as a character piece instead of a big square of paper. I don't love putting things in big squares normally. Some of this I do, and some of it I don't. It seems like it's a lot of that carpet in there, so I did trim the carpet back so that I wouldn't cover up any of the cityscape. I love the cityscape in the background as something that you may not have even noticed, but I have a thing for cityscapes. I just love them. So I didn't want to cover up any of the cityscape if I could help it. So, and I think that's partly what attracted me to that picture when I pulled it out, was the cityscape. But of course, the silhouette was really the focal point, and that's what I really wanted to do. Now, I think I'm using that other magazine to glue on at this point. Surely I am there. That's it. So, but it leaves too much of the lines in the background, and I really don't want that. So I'm going to cover that up with this black page. And this again is the back cover, or the front cover, the inside front cover of the magazine. This is the Smithsonian Magazine front cover. And so that is going to be very strong in holding those pages together. So that's kind of nice. Now, you notice that it's not cut evenly. I think we can all see that. But it'll be covered up, hopefully later. It won't be noticeable later because of that. So, you know, we slap things down, and then things overlap and so forth. So not to worry just yet about that. So here we are, and I'm thinking about getting, I'm looking for a magazine. There we go. And I'm going to start using the magazine to glue on instead of using my book, which is my usual habit. But it's a bad habit, and it's one that I really want to stop, because even though it dries clear, there are times you can see some of that glue residue when I glue on top of things. So I'm trying to break myself of that habit of gluing right there on the book, and that may be a long process. And in watching videos, if you watch me regularly, and I know who you are that do, you may call me out on it. And you may be watching along and saying, "Aha, she's forgotten. She's forgotten." I tend to do that myself when I'm watching videos. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the one who's doing the video, and I'm saying, "Oh, not that one," or "Yes, cut it there," or "Oh, yeah, well, you said that last time, but now it's different." So anyway, I'm perfectly fine with that. I do it myself all the time. That is part of my enjoyment, is talking with you, even though you're not talking back. And I get a lot of enjoyment here of talking with you, talking to you. But I do feel like I'm talking with you. I feel like it's just us having this nice conversation. But I know that you're not talking back, and so I can say anything I want, and nobody's going to call me out and say, "Oh, wait a minute, are you sure about that?" Or if you're like my friend Rebecca, she says, "Well, let's do a fact check." And she'll go to Google and she'll check me on things that I say. So, so anyway, this is kind of nice for me, because I can just roll on and not worry about the fact that you're looking up doing a fact check, because I'm not ever going to know that. So anyway, so here we are. So we're going on, and like I say, I can't see. Oh, now see there. Forget everything you know. That was what I was going to use, and somehow at the end of the video I was looking and looking for that, and I couldn't find it. I'm going to tell you ahead of time that I had to use something else in that spot, because I could not find that quote. Somewhere on my desk it simply vanished, and it will turn up. It will turn up, although I have had a few things that never turned up, which is kind of a weird thing. But that I'm sure that will turn up. But it didn't turn up in time to paste it up there, and I did use a different quote there. But that's the one I wanted to use. Although I do like that money to burn. Sometimes I do feel like I have a little bit of money to burn, so that's always fun. Yeah, I like this, and I decided to go ahead and use her. The top of her head is flat because it's on the top of the page or the top of the picture. So it's just perfect. I can put her up there at the top of the page. See, there you go. And we'll fit her in there. And even though I'm cutting away her dress and her arms and everything, you will see this little bit of optical illusion magic when I get her all cut out. And if you'll notice that, it looks like those black eyes in that paper is her dress. Watch when I'm completely finished. You will see how fun that looks. And I have to say, I was thrilled to pieces by that particular placement. So that was really, really fun. I really, really like that. So, so I did have to cut away a little bit more of her neck so that I didn't cover up the raccoon. If you notice that I had trimmed out at one point and then I cut away a little bit more, I'm ready to glue now. I'm already off thinking of the next thing. So, so there we go. I'm using my book. I haven't forgotten. And I'm going to put this on here, and that is going to look like her dress made out of eyeballs, little eyes in the dark. But oh gosh, she is just so pretty, and her hair is so pretty. Oh my goodness, I love that. Love that. I love how that worked out. And we've got the little raccoons, we've got the silhouette, and so things are really progressing nicely on this collage page in black and white. I'm very happy with that. Now I'm looking for the next element, the next thing I want to put on, and what I thought I would do is I wasn't real happy with some of that white showing. There was a little tiny corner there, and then I see some other areas of white that I'm just going to take my marker here and color that in so that it looks more natural. And you'll see a big difference, I think, when I'm done here. Unfortunately, this is not a very thick marker, so it takes me a little bit of time to color it all in. But I think it looks way better once I've gotten that done. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I did leave the tendrils and things in the picture. Looking at it now, kind of afar, I think it does take away a little bit, but I'm not going to sweat it. I might even put something over that little piece in the future. Sometime I might find the perfect little thing, and I'll just add it, because my pages are never ever finished, done, final, ready for the what would you call it? Ready for the book, I guess. I will, if I see something, I will put it back in. I will add to it or cover something up that I decide I don't like after all. I'm going to put this all the way to the top because I didn't like that little strip of white that was left over. And from my angle, sitting there, it looked like it was all the way to the top, but it isn't. But I'm going to when I looked at it closely, I found that it wasn't at that point, but it isn't at the other side either. So that's easy. That's such an easy fix. You just take some black marker and you just fix that. Now, what I have discovered on the top of this one, it wasn't that it was white that I wanted to cover up. It was white that was overlapping from the back page that I hadn't trimmed out yet. So here we go. We're going to trim that out. This little step-by-step business. I'm trying to think. Do I have a little story I could just tell? You can pretty much see what I'm doing. But I do kind of like to explain myself, too, a little bit about what I'm doing. And now that I see it from the angle that you are seeing it from, I can see that there are still some white areas and that I will definitely need a marker to just finish that off. And that will be easily done. Okay, now I had a little bit of this left over and I thought it looked really nice there, but it had to match up with the other piece on the bottom, so I had to trim some of that off. And also I didn't want it to overlap on her mirror. So there you go. I'm glad I pushed that book up. It actually, now I can see it over the big black recording device thing that I have on the bottom of my screen that covers up half of my page there. Okie dokie. Okay, there we go. And that's on there. And I do love that. That border and that background and the little text that looks like it has the picture corners on it is just so cute. And I knew I needed something there because it didn't, there was just a little bit of a gap there. And I cut it, and lo and behold, it just a hair short and left that little bit of a white. Didn't want that, so I just pulled that off and I redid it. So there we go. And actually, it was really kind of fun. That's the only part of it that did not come out of the harvesting that I did yesterday or the other day. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the other day, a couple days ago. But still, it's black and white, and it does fit in there. Fits in very nicely. And I just a little bit of extra pattern that was fun. It was just really fun. I'm a little worried about that spot. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. If there's an image that I want to put there that will fit there or not. So that's I'm looking at that as a concern, and I knew that I wanted this little bit of drips and squiggles to be included on the black and white page, and I don't think I liked it. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it quite there. I wasn't real happy with it. I knew it had to make some sort of an adjustment there. And to me, the best thing for it was to remove the green. So I did tear off the little green dots at the bottom. And I'm going to make some adjustments on that and make it work in that area. So it takes me a while to figure out how I'm really going to like it. But I wanted to make it work because I really wanted to use it. I liked that element. It's a new pattern. It's squiggles. It's dots. It's fun. And I just think it added to the overall collage. So I'm going to work at that a little bit, and you'll see how I make it work so that I liked it. And that's the whole key. You don't have to worry if everybody else likes it. You just have to worry if it suits you, if you like it. And that's the whole key is that's what makes each artist unique, because they make it theirs by painting in a way or designing in a way that is pleasing to them. And if it pleases others, so much the better. If it doesn't matter to the artist. So now I've got this great camera, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to, I really wanted to use it. And it was kind of sad because it just didn't work anywhere. And I did have another little camera also, but the feature points were indented and it didn't show up. It just looked like a plain black square with a camera strap on there. And you couldn't see the round buttons and the lens and all that because you could see it in person, but you couldn't really see it on the collage page. So I sadly had to give up either one of those cameras, even though I did work at it. I did try. Sometimes things just don't work. So now I'm back to this. So I'm back to this one, and I'm going to figure out, because I liked it better there than I liked the camera. But I still wasn't satisfied with it. So I'm going to do a little tearing and a little adjusting, and we'll see if you think it worked as well as I do. I just tore out some of that white. And just on the one side, because I wanted the straight white on the other side anyway, because the white covers up the stripes in the composition book, which I don't like those stripes. I always want to cover them. And sometimes I think, why am I struggling with those stripes all the time? The lines in there. Why don't I just use sketchbooks instead of composition books? But the reason I stick with the composition books is because they are so well made, and there's so many pages to them. And I just haven't had too much trouble overcoming all that. So that's kind of why I stick with the composition book. I just really love it for my glue books and my chunky junkies and other books. You know what? I finished that one chunky junkie quite a while ago, and I have not started a new one. All I have right now is the color pages glue book. I don't have a chunky junkie going right now. I need to get one started. But I've been working in another album, one that I've had for a couple years, and it still has pages in it. I used a cover from Lynn, from an envelope she sent me, and I made this journal, and it's got tons of pages in it, and it just seems like it's endless. It's just full of empty pages still after several years. So I've still been working in it, and I'm still having fun with it. And mostly what I've been doing on my art thing is I've been working on my hearts that I do every day. But I actually didn't do any the last 2 days. I've missed a couple days with my heart art. So I do want to do a few more. I have a couple more ideas about what I want to do, and I will definitely do one tonight, even though the thing is I do seem to have a limit to how much art I do in a day. Some days I can do a lot, and sometimes just once I get satisfied with how much creativity I've used up, some days I have more creativity in me than others. Am I all on my own on that one? Because I know that when I can't do it, I feel like I could do it all day long. But now that I can do it all day long, just about, in the winter time here when I can't really go outside much, we even had some snow today. I saw it. It was spitting snow. Okay, it was flurries, but nevertheless, it's still winter. It's definitely still winter, even as much as I like to think it's close to spring. We've still got a good 3 weeks. We've still got a good 3 weeks of winter left, which isn't bad. 3 out of 12. We're 3/4 of the way through, almost 3/4 of the way through. Once we hit March 1st, I think we're 3/4 of the way through. So yay, yay. Winter did seem to go by pretty quickly this year, and you know what it is? For me, it's my age, because the older I get, the faster the time goes. And now the winters don't drag forever like they used to. So anyway, I knew you would want to know that. So where are we now? I've been rattling on, so let me look and see where I'm at. I see I'm working. I'm putting something down. Oh, I missed telling you about how much I like doing that little car. And I'd been hunting for that one phrase, and so here we are. I did use this one. So far, so fabulous. Because I did feel like this page was fabulous. I love this page. I really loved how it turned out. And I loved using that little card. Now, the camera did not work there, but the card did, and I think because it has the cityscape, and the car and the cityscape together, I think worked. And I think the car had more open spaces so you could see what it was. Now, I decided what to do with this little spot. I didn't find anything to put in there, so I decided to color in the lines, and I was going to use black, and it would have made kind of a curvy and pointy area. And I thought, no, if I use the white, it'll just square it all off. And I'll like it better. And it did, and I do. And that's why I chose white. I'm using my Posca pen here. And I do tend to use them too dry. And I always think, oh, these aren't working. But it's just because I need to, I don't use them often enough to realize. When it gets dry, you push on the thing and more color flows out. So anyway, so there. So wasn't that a good fix? I was pretty happy with that fix. Okay, and I'm all done. I don't think I added anything more to this. I was pretty happy, and yeah. And there was the brown page that I did that you didn't get to see, even though I filmed it, because the whole entire page on the right was so much glare on it you couldn't even see anything I did, and you couldn't see how it looked. So I'm just scrapping that video. Sorry. And I feel bad, but it's a long video to look at half of a page of glare. Even as fun as I am to spend time with, even my little chatter isn't going to make up for a half a page of glare. So I'm just touching up a little bit here and there with my pen, and there is my page. Thanks so much for watching and for being here, and hope you like it as much as I do. I was pretty happy with it at the end. Take care now, and we'll see you next time. Bye.